What's up, guys? It's Derrick, back again. Host and producer of the Wrestling IQ 101 podcast, host and producer of the Rap and Wrestle podcast. Today we're colliding worlds, just like they do every Wednesday when NXT goes up against AEW. And today we got something special for you. It's the Wednesday Night Wars review. Let's go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to score everything that happened in AEW tonight, and we're going to score everything that happened in NXT tonight. Now, when something gets a point, you'll hear this sound. And at the end, we'll add up all the points, and we'll see who has won the battle of the Wednesday Night Wars tonight. Just remember, you can win the battle, but the war has just begun. Also, how rude of me. I'm here tonight with my boy, my main man, Bruce the producer. Say hi, Bruce. Okay, he's a little bit shy. But anyway, let's get started. So first, we go to AEW. AEW is coming hot out the gates. Soon as it starts, they're giving us the Inner Circle versus the Best Friends and Friends. This was a pretty good match, very entertainment. There's a lot of pieces all over the place. The thing I'm going to give points to, though, is that AEW started hot with the camera on my boy, Brian Pillman Jr., on Sunny Kiss, which both are amazing. Those are 2 points right there. Let's get a and a. So that's also from them. They get 2 points off of that. And then they're going to get another because you have Serpentipico in the crowd with his mask on, and he's wearing a mask. Make sure you stay safe out there. That's 3 points right there off the bat for AEW with a great match. The Best Friends and Friends going over on the Inner Circle. Let's see what's next. On the other side, NXT is giving us a women's tag team match to start off the event. You got Io Shirai and Tegan Nox taking on Dakota Kai and Candice LeRae. Io Shirai and Tegan Nox pull off the hard-fought victory, and they get the win in this one. It was a great match. I give 1 point to NXT. Next, we see Adam Cole and his outburst that he had on the Pat McAfee show. Triple H is talking. He also made an appearance on the Pat McAfee show. I think this just confirms to us that it was all a work and that Adam Cole wasn't really upset at the whole situation. But hey, controversy sells. 1 point, NXT. Next, we have both sides pulling out the technical wrestling. On NXT side, we have Johnny Wrestling himself, Johnny Gargano, taking on Roderick Strong. And then on AEW side, we have Cody defending the TNT Championship against Warhorse. What a match on both sides. They both had amazing talent in both of these matches. Warhorse, the independent darling himself. Warhorse, Sunny Kiss, Brian Pillman Jr., all were guests on the Wrestling IQ 101 podcast. So you should definitely make sure you go and check that out and listen to those episodes. Warhorse, he gets a point for AEW just because of the great match that he put on. That's 1 point right there. And then I'm going to give another point to AEW just because of the great things that they're doing, and because they're bringing in independent talent and letting them actually get a shot at being on TV. That's pretty big for some of these guys. So here goes another point. And then we're going to go on the NXT side. It's Johnny Gargano and it's Roderick Strong. I'm going to give them 2 points just because of how great both of those guys are. So there we go. 2 points, 2 points. Let's go. What's next? Oh, by the way, should have mentioned, Johnny Wrestling picks up the victory. Cody retains the TNT title. Thanks a lot, Bruce, for reminding me. Never mind. Extra point alert coming in for AEW. Let's not forget, at the end of that match with Cody and Warhorse, Cody gets attacked by the Dark Order. And who else comes out to save him but the realest bro in the room, famously known as Zack Ryder. Matt Cardona comes out, makes his AEW debut, saves the day, has a tag team match next week on TNT Dynamite as he teams with Cody and they take on the Dark Order. 1 extra point right there for AEW. Next, we get a pretty entertaining segment when the Inner Circle comes out. Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, they're very upset at Matt Hardy because he cost them that match earlier. Sammy Guevara is calling Matt Hardy a son of a B. You can imagine the rest. A son of a B. Chris Jericho asks him, how do you say that in Spanish? And he tells him it's El son of a B. Not too sure if that's right. Bruce, is that the right way to say it in Spanish? Okay, this is getting nowhere. Anyway, but on the other side, we have Kyle O'Reilly, who's trying to rile up the Undisputed Era. He's trying to motivate them. He's trying to get them to go back to where they were after Roderick just lost his match. Adam Cole had his recent outburst and lost the NXT World title, and they lost the tag team titles. Let's not forget that as well. So they're trying to get back to where they're at, and he's dropping a whole bunch of freaking and effins and freakins and effins and freakins and effins, and literally at the exact same time. Kind of makes you wonder if NXT and AEW are kind of working together doing the same thing. Okay, never mind. Anyway, but 1 point for AEW, 1 point for NXT. Next, we have NXT. They're giving us Shotzi Blackheart, and she's taking on Mercedes Martinez. This was a great match. Mercedes dominated. Robert Stone and the Robert Stone brand finally have someone on their team that can rack up some wins. I give 1 point to NXT for this one. Now we have AEW. AEW's giving us the Elite themselves, Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega, and they're taking on the Dark Order, and they're defending their tag team titles. Now, Hangman comes out hot, fresh out the gate, attacking the Dark Order. Kenny's confused. You can see the friction between them. I think we know where this is heading and what's going to end up happening with these two further down the road, but let's see how this plays out. But it's a great match. Brody Lee is out there with Colt Cabana. They're trying to recruit Colt Cabana to the Dark Order. We'll see how that goes. I think Colt is completely opposite of what the Dark Order is usually looking for. But hey, let's see where the storyline goes. Let's see how it plays out. But hey, I'm here to enjoy it, so why not? But here we go. 1 point for AEW on this one. Next, NXT is giving us their NXT World Heavyweight Champion as Keith Lee heads to the ring. He gives us a riveting motivation on how he's going to take out Karrion Kross, and if he wanted a shot, all he had to do was step up and ask for it. In the middle of that, Grimes comes out for some reason and decides to get on the bad side of Keith Lee, and it ends up costing him in a pretty bad way as he catches a beatdown. At the same time, the lovely Scarlett comes out. She's staring down Keith Lee, and then Karrion Kross appears on the screen. Karrion Kross, he says the time is ticking, and he's coming for that NXT title, and he wants a shot. Very interested to see where this goes, as Keith Lee has just won the NXT title. You have Karrion Kross, who you have on a hot streak. Which one is going to lose? You got to see. Do we take the title away from Keith Lee this early? Karrion Kross, do you make him lose and lose his motivation? So we'll see where it goes. But Keith Lee dropped a lot of BS's in this one. Between both of these shows, it felt like we're going back to the Attitude Era. So Keith Lee, because you like to say BS, give you guys a point. 1 point for NXT. So remember on AEW, we were just talking about how the Dark Order took on the Elite. So at the end of that match, the Young Bucks, they come into the ring. At the same time, Imperium is taking on Everrise, who come to the ring looking like the Young Bucks. AEW, NXT, could they possibly be working together again? Okay, never mind. Anyway, Imperium, takes on Everrise. Imperium wins this match. I think we knew they were going to win this match, but the good thing at the end of this match, they get attacked by the Undisputed Era, who's showing that, hey, we still run this place. And then guess what? That gains Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish a tag team title match next week on NXT. So let's see what happens with that. But NXT, 1 point. Bonus point alert. AEW gets a bonus point. Why should we give them an extra point? Because they have toys coming out, man. Come on, you gotta go collect those figures. Available at Walmart coming Monday. AEW, make sure we send a check. Bruce, can you call Tony Khan and make sure that we get that check sent over? We don't have his number? Okay, never mind. 1 point, AEW. Okay, now we have probably one of the greatest heels in wrestling today. MJF is making his way to the ring. He's coming out. I'm going to give AEW a point for this right here because this was just amazing. He has a Burberry podium that he's making his speech at for MJF 2020 because he thinks AEW deserves better and they deserve a better champion than Jon Moxley. MJF, that guy is crazy, but MJF 2020, like, come on. Would we really ever vote a celebrity to be our president? Wait a minute. Bruce, come on, man. Anyway, never mind. So, at the same time, he's giving a speech and he's talking about how there shouldn't be no flippy floppy wrestling and all this stuff. And then on NXT side, we have Isaiah Swerve Scott taking on Jake Atlas, which is a flippy floppy match. Nothing against flippy floppy matches because I love them. And Isaiah Swerve Scott pulls out the victory in this one. MJF pulls out the victory in the hearts of all his fans that he's better than. I'm going to give 1 point to AEW, and then I'm going to give 1 point to NXT for an awesome match. Let's keep it moving. Back to the matches. AEW is giving us their women's champion, Hikaru Shida, and she's taking on Diamante, who's still trying to get that contract and turn that women's division upside down. I like what AEW is doing with their women's division and how they're trying to get this great talent in there. This is a very good match. Diamante gives it her all, but in the end, she's defeated. But for such a great match, you earned AEW 1 point. Up is bonus point alert once again. Now the point goes to NXT. Actually, I'm going to give them 2 points on this one because, what's a good reason? Shack-a-roni pizza. Did you see that commercial, man? Did you see those pepperonis? That junk was crazy. Papa John's is out here trying to give everybody a heart attack on the pepperonis, man. But hey, it gained NXT points heading into the final round. Okay, so we have Finn Balor, Dexter, Thatcher on one side, triple threat match to see who goes on for a chance at the North American title in NXT. And then on AEW side, we have Jon Moxley, Darby Allin taking on Ricky Starks and the Machine himself, Brian Cage. All right, good matches on both sides. Dexter surprisingly pulls out the win and he's advancing to get his chance at the North American title. I give NXT 1 point for this. Such a great match. I enjoyed it from start to finish. At the same time, on the other side, I'm going to give a point to AEW for the great match that they put on as well. And there were no rules. What's better than that? And I'm going to have to give them an extra point because of what finished the match. And that was Darby Allin flying off the top rope with a skateboard that had thumbtacks on the bottom. That was just crazy. Yeah, so there we go. Let's see what it adds up to. Bruce, what are you doing? Ordering a shakaroni? And here we go. Okay, guys, so in conclusion, this day, AEW tops NXT 13-11. If the math is wrong, just blame Bruce, okay? Don't blame me. But AEW gets the victory today, but there's still a long war ahead of us. I really hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you check out our next one that's going to be coming out. Just remember, this is the Wednesday Night War reviews, and make sure you follow Wrestling IQ 101. Make sure you follow Rap and Wrestle, Instagram, Twitter, iTunes, YouTube, anywhere that you get your streams at for podcasts. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you retweet, make sure you do all that great stuff. Once again, I'm Derrick. Big shout out to my producer. Wouldn't be able to do this without him. Bruce, the producer. Bruce, say bye to the people. I don't know. But check us out next time. Thank you, guys.